Come a chameleon. They come and go. They come and go. That wasn't a good intro. No, we're going to do the intro again. No. That wasn't a good intro. All right. Come a chameleon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the Yesterday Podcast. Today is April 30th, 2021. And I'm having a good day today. I got a new cool shirt. My wife surprised me with it. Check it. Better late than never. You know, an alien tie-dye shirt doesn't get better than that. It's been a great few days, man. It really has. You know, ever since I had a really bad weekend last weekend, which I'm just realizing I haven't spoken about yet. Last Saturday could have been the beginning of the end of my life, I guess you could say. It could have been like the beginning of a really, really dark chapter of my life, or a really, really hard, struggling chapter of my life. But it wasn't. And thankfully, you know, I was able to work past it. And if you've been watching my videos when I'm in the car talking, then you probably know what happened. Basically, on Saturday night, and I don't want to go too deep into it because I'm in a really good mood. So I'm just gonna breeze past it. Last Saturday, friends came over. It was supposed to be like a chill family barbecue type vibe. Ended up being fucking the end of Scarface. I didn't end up going to sleep until like 4 a.m. I had to work at 6:30. It was a mess. It was really shameful that I allowed myself to get to that place where I just didn't give a fuck about work and lost a lot of values that I've been holding so dear. And it was a huge eye opener in the sense that, like, damn, maybe I'm not as far as you know, maybe I don't have the type of self-control that I think I do, you know, and I think that either way, you know, it looked really dark. It looked like I was going to lose my job possibly, but it ended up working out. Moved a couple things around basically at work and talked to a couple people, and I was totally fine. I'm actually more than fine now. I'm in a much better spot than I was. So thank God for that. Thank fucking God for that, because it was really bad, man. I was screaming, crying. I had multiple panic attacks. I've cried like multiple times during that day and the day after. It was a really, really nasty come down, hangover, and just like, it was like I was able to see how much my life could be hell. How easily this beautiful heaven that I'm living in with, you know, where I'm at right now, this beautiful part of my life could be gone like that. If I don't make sure I dot my I's and cross my T's or whatever the fuck it is. So it was a good reminder. But I got through it. And you know what was really good about it is that normally in those situations, I would start like resenting my friends or resenting drugs or like alcohol. But really what I resented was the weakness in myself. And what I understood, and what was a really amazing thing that I learned was, hey man, for a long time, I've been blaming things and people for shit I don't like about my life. And I think that's something that we all do. We lie to ourselves and it's like, it's hard to even believe like anything else but that, you know what I'm saying? And, we convince ourselves in our head that we're not the problem most of the time. And we're so good at manipulating ourselves that we start to believe it. But when you really sit back and think about shit and look at yourself for a long time, you start to really be like, oh, I'm lying to my fucking self, you know? So it was a good thing, a huge eye opener. It was as big of an eye opener as this huge red mark that you guys have been staring at this entire video on my face. And if you're on the podcast, this is the beautiful thing about having a podcast. Y'all can't see the blemish on my face right now. For some reason, man, when I get zits, before they come in, they're worse than when they come in. It's like, here's the landing strip for the fucking zit. And then when the zit comes, it's just a little tiny airplane. Anyways, yeah, so I'm doing good, man. I'm having fun. I'm grateful to be back at work, and yeah, man, I don't know. I guess that's fucking it. There's a few things I wanted to talk about on the podcast, but let's just keep it going, man. Let's just keep the rhythm flowing. Cheers real quick. If you guys are smoking something, drinking something, I appreciate you. If you guys are watching this video on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up. Rate the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you're doing. And this is a good spot for an intro right here. Here we go. So, excuse me. That is not a pretty way to start a podcast. So, I wanted to talk about this Joe Rogan vax thing, and I want to be clear. I am a dick rider of no one. Okay? There are people who I really appreciate their opinion. I respect their opinion. There's people who I watch all their videos or their content, whatever it may be. But no matter who you are, I don't ride dicks. Ooh, that felt weird to say. I don't ride dicks. I mean, I don't, but no, I don't think I've ever said that sentence. Basically, what I'm saying is if I fuck with somebody and they do something that I don't agree with, I have no problem saying that to them. And Joe Rogan, I have disagreed with him plenty of times. You know, who else would somebody close to me say that I'm very close to riding their dick? Eminem. There's a lot of shit Eminem has done that I don't like. Dude, I don't know, riding dicks, that's just a funny fucking phrase. Anyways, I say, and I want to say that because I'm not trying to come to the aid of Joe Rogan, which, I mean, obviously I can't even fucking do in the first place. But I think it's an interesting topic. I think that Joe Rogan is one of the most misunderstood people in the world. It's wild because I saw Ethan and Hila from the H3H3 podcast, and they were just shitting on Joe Rogan like hard, and it was kind of wild because I respect Ethan so much, and I've always seen eye to eye with a lot of things he said, but it was like, damn, they have no idea who Joe Rogan really is. They're basically shitting on him because he always claims to be an alpha male, and that he is just like this meathead dude who is like a bully to the weak or something like that. And it was just like, it was an eye opener because it made me realize like, oh, people don't really know Joe Rogan the way I do, because I listen to all his podcasts and I hear him talking so much, and you kind of get to know somebody. You guys know me kind of in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk so much about myself and my life, and I put hours and hours and hours of me just talking online, live streams and podcasts and whatever the fuck else, the vlogs. And there's a sense where you get to know somebody, and because you hear them speaking, I know it's through a screen, and there's only a certain level that you could truly know somebody through a screen. I get that, but I bring that up because it's so wild to see how easy it can be to completely be misinformed about somebody and who they are if you don't really get to know them and spend hours and a lot of time with them. My cat is climbing on my bed right now. Hope you guys can see this. What the fuck? Look at this motherfucker go. Anyways, it's just a trip to me that people can be so misunderstood so easily. But what's also interesting to me is why, right? And I'm going to get to the vax stuff, I promise. I keep saying vax because I don't want to say the full word and get demonetized on this video. But it's interesting to me that I feel like what we do as humans, and I've been noticing this a lot, is like lie to ourselves about a lot of different things. I feel like one of the things we lie to ourselves about, subconsciously, we really don't even understand it, is that we lie to ourselves and pretend like we truly know something about someone, but we don't. And I think that we do that because what we think we know about someone speaks directly to an insecurity in ourselves. So what we assume about other people reflects some sort of insecurity within ourselves. So I think a lot of, like, even for H3, for an example, I think a lot of what they're speaking to when they're like, I hate anybody who says alpha male type shit, is that they don't like people who use their power to belittle somebody without power. And I think they probably have an insecurity maybe within themselves, which we all do. But basically, it's like I've been really thinking deeply about just interaction and our opinions on people and things and how it all works within our mind. And Joe Rogan's a wild example of that, and I think that clip, to get to the vax stuff, I think that clip where he talked about, he basically what he said, if you haven't watched the clip, I'd play it, but I'd probably get pulled from YouTube. You could probably search it. It's on Twitter and stuff like that, where he talks about basically, to summarize it, he said, do I think that it's basically safe to get a vaccination? Absolutely. He said, yes, I do. But if you're a 21-year-old and you're healthy and you ask me if you should get the vaccine, I would say no. That's what he said. And he said, are you healthy? Are you taking vitamins? Do you have a good immune system? Then no, you probably shouldn't take it. And then he went on to talk with, I think his name's Dave Smith, about children being vaccinated and things like that. And it's a super touchy subject, bro, because, but I think that, like, it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, so where do I stand on it? I had COVID. It felt like a weird sickness. What I think is the second time I got it. I know that's fucking weird to say, but I am telling you, back in like December of 2020 or 2019 to January of 2020, I was sick as a motherfucker for weeks. I had never been that sick. I lost my taste. It didn't start getting better until I started getting until I started taking antibiotics. There's an entire video that you can click the card on the top right, and I go into detail about it. And I worked with customers who were traveling internationally. There's a lot of studies that show that COVID was in the States around that time, possibly even sooner. That's neither here nor there. That first time I got it, whatever the fuck I got, was horrible. I felt like I was dying. I couldn't breathe. There was liquid in my lungs. I was coughing up blood. My earring has been fucked up ever since. I have never been that sick since I was a child. And it was absolutely horrible and horrific. So I have, and what's wild about that is that after that happened, I didn't know what COVID wasn't a thing yet. And I didn't even think about if that's what I had until like months later when somebody said, hey, do you remember when you were real sick? Do you think that could have been? And I was like, whoa. And it was weird because even people that I was working with, everybody got sick. Some people got extremely sick like I did. And some people barely felt anything, but they felt something. So it's either way, I'm losing my thoughts a little bit, losing my train of focus. But I had that horrible experience the first time. And after that, and everything about my life and my family's life changed. I started making everybody wash their hands before they, when they got home from school. I started making sure that they knew about hand sanitizer. All these COVID things that are in place now, I started making my family do on our own before, like weeks or months before COVID was a thing, because of this sickness I had back then. So I don't want to come off, and I want to say too, and I say this because I know whatever that fucking was horrible. I fucking hated it. My kids got sick, and then, you know, for like a day they got sick, and then they were done, which, you know, speaks to a lot of different, whatever the fuck. But what basically, it was horrible. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I did feel like if I didn't start taking those antibiotics, I might have gotten in much worse shape. I was sick for almost 3 weeks, couldn't get out of bed for like literally 10. I lost so much weight. It was really bad. And I say that because I don't want to come off as if I show no compassion, or I don't truly respect a sickness or a virus that is fucking people up. Absolutely. I understand that. But I think that it's something that is okay to say that, hey, this vaccine that was developed in a year and a half less might have some sort of side effects like every other medication does. And because I don't necessarily, you know the side effects yet, and because, you know, I've already gotten COVID, and I'm not talking about me specifically, I'm saying hypothetically, like if somebody has already gotten COVID, they still have the antibodies. I don't necessarily think they should take the vaccine. If you're a 4-month-old baby, I don't think that you should be given the vaccine or whatever the fuck. I don't know if they're giving it to 4 months old. Maybe that's fucking weird to say, but I'm saying that it is gray. It's not black and white. And it's okay for us to have differing opinions on things. I think that it shouldn't be a black and white thing. And if you think that everybody should get vaccinated, and if you don't 100% trust it and do it right away, that you're a piece of shit, I think that you're misinformed and you're wrong for thinking that, because you're not truly taking into account the dangers of medicine in general. Okay? There absolutely are side effects to every drug, everything. And I think that it's okay for people to be a little hesitant about something like this. And I don't think they need to get shit on for it. And I think what Joe Rogan is saying is that, look, if you're healthy and you're young, statistics show that you're probably going to be fine. And, you know, do I think that you need to get vaccinated, like, for your health? No. But, and I know all of you guys already typed it out in the comments already, that you should get vaccinated to prevent the other people from getting the virus, because you can get it and then give it to somebody else without even knowing it. I agree. I think that is also a very valid point. I think that I agree with that too. Although I also agree with, if you're 21 and you say that you're healthy and whatever the fuck and you don't want to get it, I think that's okay too. You know, lots of people die from fucking, gun violence every fucking day. If somebody started proposing, hey, I think that, when we go to public events and stuff like that, we should start wearing these bulletproof vests that go underneath your shirt. They're very thin, but if you're going to come into our event, you're going to have to wear this bulletproof vest because, it's just, it is what it is. I think that would be, I don't know, maybe that's a weird example. Maybe that's a weird example, but like there are, like, if you picture this in a different thing, in a different scenario, and then you start forcing people to wear these thin bulletproof vests. I don't know what the fuck. I'm getting off on a tangent. I don't know what I'm saying here, guys. All I really wanted to come off and say is that it's okay to have differing opinions on something that is so new and so strange and alien to what, we know is a normal society. And I don't think we need to shit all over each other for it. I don't. I know we all want to get back to life, and we're going to get there, and everything's going to be okay. But if you're really so upset about something like this and holding so much contempt and anger and resentment for somebody because of something like this, maybe you need to start looking within yourself, because There's better shit to do right now, man. The numbers are dropping. Like, life is going to be okay. There's no reason to fucking be so upset. There's none. We're alive. We are the only humans alive right now. All those humans we read about in history books, all those humans we see in movies and shit like that, they're all dead. Oh, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of humans who don't even get to, who aren't here now. And we're going to be gone soon too. So it's just like, who fucking cares, dude? Who fucking cares? It's quite annoying, but it is what it is, man. You got to just look at, I mean, I don't know. You got to look at the situation as something new. You know, you feel a type of way about certain things, and it just is what it is, man. We're going to get through it. It is what it is. So I didn't want to get too deep into it, but I guess I did. I kind of like went white there when I couldn't see shit else. So yeah, man, I think Joe Rogan's being very, misunderstood. Holy shit. I almost fell. Yeah. So, yeah. Whatever. Is what it is. Cheers. What else can I talk about, man? Jorge Masvidal got knocked the fuck out. That was upsetting. He handled it well. He seems like, and this is going into UFC stuff, guys. So I was like, so I know some of you guys don't listen to watch the UFC, but hey, it's like, you know what I watch the UFC for mostly is like, it's a soap opera, dude. I love the technical fights. I love the fighting too. I'm not just in it 100% soap opera, but like there's so many variables when it comes to MMA. Like, is this guy going to do this? And how is his night going to go that night? You know, how is his training? You know, whatever. How did his weight cut go? You know, how much did the opponent get in his head? You know, how's his cardio? How strong is he? You know, is he going to use the same, you know, strategy as he used before? There's so many variables that go into fighting that it's always a new story every time. It's like we watch sports and we watch movies and read books, and they're all just stories that are being told in front of us, right? And it's like with a lot of sports, you know, there's not that many variables sometimes, you know. It's like, or maybe the rules have stood the same and the skill has stood the same or whatever, where it's like it's almost like not as, it's very rare, like in basketball, that you get a series that is like tied 6-6 and or not 6-6, but it's, you know, you're going for the seventh game. You're tied 3-3 in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Those are the games that everybody wants to tune in and see, even if you don't watch basketball, because anything can happen. But how many times is it a straight sweep in the finals? You know, that's not as fun to watch because you know what's going to happen. Can you open the door for the cat? So when it comes to fighting, man, it's there's so many variables, and every single fight can end differently. So I love that. And I love the build up to it. I love watching guys, you know, build their careers, and it really is a beautiful thing to see, man. UFC, MMA, whatever is really my shit right now, and I love it so fucking much. You know what else is like that? Fortnite's like that too. I know that's fucking weird, but Fortnite is that same type of thing where it's just like every game is different because you can land different places. You can get different guns out of chests. Every time you play a Fortnite, it's a different story. Wow. Yeah, that's true. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah. So Jorge Masvidal, it did suck to see him get knocked out like that, but you know, it is what it is. I think he's still going to do big things. I would love to see him, you know, get some wins. You know, maybe I don't know who he would fight next. Maybe Nate Diaz, Maybe Colby, if Colby loses to Kamaru, because he's going to fight Kamaru. I actually heard today that Kamaru agreed to fight Jake Paul if Dana White promotes it, which is interesting. Like, Dana White, first off, promoting a boxing event would be awesome. That would be super dope. But him promoting a boxing fight between Kamaru and Jake Paul sounds interesting. I'd really be interested to see how that would go. But at the same time, that fight doesn't really interest me as much. It doesn't sound as much fun as, like, let's say a Conor and Jake Paul might sound. But that sounds almost like too corny. Like, it would almost be like just belittling to Conor to have to go through that. Unless Jake Paul really starts doing some shit. If he starts really, if he gets a couple more wins with a couple more legitimate people, and he like really shows some skill, then I would like to see him fight Conor. That'd be interesting. Hold on, let me let this cat. Gotta let the cat out of the bag. But yeah, man. So it'd be super interesting to see where Jake Paul goes, but I don't know if I'm that interested in watching him fight Kamaru. I don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, yeah, it could go well. Hold on really quick, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on here. Okay, we're good. I had to check something. Oh yeah. Speaking of UFC, the shit that happened with Diego Sanchez is wild as well. Diego Sanchez is some fighter who's like, his last fight, I wouldn't say they shit on him with the commentary. He shit on himself. He was being weird. He's always weird, and just like his coach is weird. They're fucking weirdos. And I think that the commentary was reflective of that, because that's the truth. But they went into a fighters meeting and recorded it, and we're talking shit like we don't get the respect, and they're making fun, like basically saying they're making fun of us, and we want this, we don't want to be made fun of. And they were like, dude, we're just being honest. It just is what it is. And then because Diego Sanchez released that video, they, I think, kicked him off the card, kicked him out of a fight, and then fired him and ended his contract. And from what I've heard, I've never seen Diego Sanchez fight. I might have seen a couple highlights, but he's from back in the day. But I've heard he was really, really good back in the day. So it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see somebody end that way. But it is what it is, I guess, It was kind of lame to go and record something, and then, I don't know, I kind of could see their point of view, but I think the commentary of UFC is not, it's not like fucking basketball or baseball or some shit. They're just honest, and they kick back, and they're a lot looser than other things. You know what I'm saying? It's not a corporation. They're not going to try to build up. They're not going to build you up. To a certain extent, they're not going to build you up as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to make you seem cooler than you are. I guess more interesting than you are. What the fuck ever. I am just like tired, dude. I hit 180. I hit 179.6 pounds today. And I'm 6'2". I think once I hit 175, I got to just maintain 175 and gain muscle, because I'm starting to feel a little skinny. Your boy's starting to feel a little skinny Bone Jones again, like I was in high school. It's funny, dude. It's weird. It's weird to walk around and like just feel like, I don't know, like almost like more flexible kind of. Like I still have like this chunky shit on my sides and stuff. I still got some chunk. But it's cool, I guess. I've just been working a lot, and working like for those who don't know, I walk like 7.5 to 10.5 miles on average a day, and the gyms are opened up again, and we have one literally less than a half a mile away from my house. So it's perfect. So we've been going there in the mornings. I've been drinking protein shakes. I've been actually lifting a little bit, It's nice, man. It feels fucking great. I don't know if it's the protein that's been making me feel like it, but when I work out in the morning and then I drink a protein shake and I go to work, dude, for like the first half of the day, I am just on cloud nine, dude. Like I am on cloud nine, man. I am on cloud nine. Nope. That's not what I wanted to say. I feel good, bruh. Like I feel like stoned almost. Not stoned, but like, I don't know, like almost high. Like, oh, this is just what life? This is just life? Walking around in this dusty ass fucking warehouse, just feeling great with a smile on my face, laughing at podcasts out loud. Who gives a shit? Because you can't tell, because I have headphones on underneath my beanie. I have to wear a beanie all day at work because we're not allowed to have headphones. So I wear my headphones on underneath my beanie all day. So and it's like walking around, if you don't know I have headphones on and I'm laughing, it just looks like I'm laughing. It's like fucking Joker and shit. And then I'm about to burn down some shit. But no, that's just me, bruh, laughing at some podcasts. And yeah, man, it feels good. It feels good. I'm excited to see where I can go with it all. Yeah, I feel better, dude. I sleep better. I feel better throughout the day. And it's worth it, man. It's worth it. When you start eating better and just working out even a little bit, here and there, it makes a huge difference. And when you start seeing those pounds drop and you start seeing a little bit of muscle gained or feeling muscle gained, like it fucking changes a lot, man. Because like, yeah, it's real hard to get depressed when your body, it just has like this extra shit running through it that you get from working out. Like working out is legitimate, makes me high. Like straight up. It's weird, but it's worth it, dudes. It's funny because I remember in the beginning of the podcast, man, I would talk about how I wanted to get into working out and the struggles I was going through, and doing the podcast hung the fuck over. And, it's been a journey, but it's nice. It's nice. And it's nice now that I don't like shit all over myself if I do get drunk and I am hungover, It's nice not to judge yourself. It's like, hey, be nice to my friend, Audible. So what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What's today? April 30th. So let's see. Next weekend, I am going to be going camping with the family. We're going to some place in some park out like 45 minutes away. And we're going with my mom, and we're going with my sister and my brother, and we all got like these little campsites next to each other. So I went and bought a tent and a nice ass ice chest. I wish I could show you, man. I was excited about the ice chest. This is a big one. I've always had those like shitty ice chests that you had to hold like this and then like lug all the way to the shore, and you're just all dead by the time you get there. You don't want to do anything. I've realized I never like going to the beach because I never planned to go to the beach. Like I never had the right shit. I never had an ice chest with wheels. You know what an ice chest with wheels can do? Changes everything, man. How about this nice ice chest with wheels? And I got this tent. We got two tents, two smaller tents. So one for me and the wife, and one for the girls and the dog. And I'm actually really excited, man. I'm really excited to get the fuck out of the house. We're going for 2 nights, which is interesting. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's really nice to start doing stuff with family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not having to be fucking shit faced all the time. Like, I think that I've kind of gotten my point across with most of my family that I don't want to get shit faced. I don't like my kids seeing their uncles and aunts and grandma and all this other shit drunk as fuck every time they see them. Like, I grew up with that, and it's not tight. Like, it's not fun. Like, then you see arguments and just drunk sloppiness, and it's just like, no, that shit is not what I want for my family. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And, yeah, and I think that it got real. I didn't realize that until recently, that I don't want that. and that I don't feel right when that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like even back in the day when I was not necessarily where I am now, and we were all getting drunk with the kids, and the kids would be there, and little family get-togethers or whatever. Even back then, I didn't like it, but I didn't understand it. And now I'm like, oh, I just don't think this is right. So I don't want to do it. I don't want this to be what my kids see. And it's hard, man, because you grew up in a culture like that, you grew up in a family like that, then all of a sudden you want to change, then you come off like you're the one who's an asshole. And it's like, no, man, I just don't. I want better for my kids. And I think that's okay, right? But anyways, I think that's point is kind of coming across a bit. And I think that I'm not saying that it's not okay to drink or even like get, pretty buzzed or whatever. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's just that when the nights get so wild and everybody's arguing and everybody's like shit-faced, then no, that's not okay. So anyways, I think that that's starting to work out in a lot of my family situations, and, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I'm excited because we're going to go camping, and this is going to be like, we'll have some drinks, we'll enjoy the day, but they have like water, they have like, they have like these canoe things you can rent. They have jet skis you can rent. I don't know if we're going to do that for sure, but yeah, man, it's nice to be like, hey, how about you guys don't just come over to the house at 7:00 on Friday night and we drink till 3 a.m. and then probably argue and break something. And how about we just meet Saturday after, at noon at the park and like have some, I don't know, fucking barbecue and chill, have some drinks, and then go home, around like when the sun goes down, and then just chill and do our own things. Like I don't know. That's where I'm at. I know that might sound lame, or like, I don't fucking know. I don't want to come off like I'm being judgmental. I know I am in a way, I guess, but I don't know what the fuck ever. This is the cheapest, weirdest, Black Mirrorist water bottle I've ever seen in my life, bro. I bought some edibles today. Now I'm just like thinking of shit to talk about. I bought edibles today that are look. I bought these ones, and they're 1-in-1 CBD and THC. So I've never actually got these, but my wife is having friends over tonight. She's having like a girl night, and I'm probably gonna be chilling in here, just doing my own thing. And it's weird because like I get so much anxiety, man, when people are partying and I'm trying to not. I don't know how to be sober and chill around drunk people. It's not normal for me. So it's like, I don't know. Either way, I think that CBD, and I think CBD can help me. Promo code Audible484. I think that I have gotten edibles that were like 1 to 10 CBD. So it was like 9 parts THC and 1 part CBD. Yeah. So, and those seemed like they helped a lot. I ate a few of those, and my wife had her family over, and I was just chilling. Like I was able to be right in the shit of conversation and just not have no anxiety, nothing. So I got those to try to deal with my wife and her friends tonight. Oh shit, bro. Got a fucking skull popping out of my lip right here, bro. Did you guys see the new trip story that came out yesterday? That was a fun one, dude. If you haven't seen it yet, it's one of the most fun trip stories I've ever recorded. Like it was funny, interesting, and it really held my attention the whole time. It's like 20 minutes long, but it's really good. You guys should check it out. It was nice to put a little bit of content out there for you guys, you know. I've been having fun though, recording in the car and just kind of doing podcasts and talking to you guys, and it seems like you guys are responding to it, like you guys are actually enjoying it. So I'm with it, man. If that's what you know, the channel turns into, cool. I have time to record videos on the way to work, and that, you know, like, and if that can be my content, you know, like, or, you know, a good chunk of my content, me just doing like little videos talking about, you know, ideas and discussing it with you guys in the comments, then fucking hell yes, dude. It's so wild because I didn't think that that's what my channel was going to be. You know, that's not any sort of plan I've had, you know, but just like I said, back in when I got COVID and I made the little I'm back video, I'm just going to see what the fuck happens and just create and see what happens. And now I found this beautiful rhythm with the podcast again. I found this beautiful rhythm with the videos in the car, and, you know, which is new. I didn't even know that that was something that you guys would actually enjoy and respond to, but you guys are, which is great. And Mind Control's doing really well. We got a good schedule going with that. The trip stories, you know, are really still very interesting and fun for me to do. I know I haven't done one in a while, but, you know, I'm, you know, trying to get back in the rhythm of that. And oh shit. But yeah, so it's really beautiful. Hold on, my grandma called me. I'm gonna call her back and tell her I'm gonna call her back. Or never mind, I'll just call her back after this. Last time I answered my grandma's phone call on the podcast, it was when Kobe died, and she was the reason that I titled the video "Immigrants of This World." Because she said that we're all just immigrants of this world, you know, we're just visiting here. And I was like, wow, girl, that was deep. I miss her. I miss my granny. She's a good old, I was gonna say she's a good old lady. She lives in Barstow. That's where I grew up. I know a lot of you guys might not know that, but I grew up in Barstow until I was in like fifth grade, into fifth grade. And, she's lived in the same house since I was born. I was literally, yeah, I wasn't born in the house, but my dad lived there when I was born. And it's kind of sad, I guess. And this is the whole reason I think I'm trying to say right now is that, like, fuck, man, she's 30 minutes away out there all by herself, and she doesn't really have family members there. So basically, I'm trying to just be sad right now and bring up a sad thing for no fucking reason. That's just inexperience of podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like trying to like continue rambling about something and just going into some fucking sad ass thing that had nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get better at this, guys. I promise. It's hard. This shit is not easy, man. Just trying to go for an hour, just talking about whatever the fuck pops up. You know, I need to start making a list. I've been making lists throughout the week of stuff to talk about during the podcast, but I don't know if I wrote anything down. You know, I don't know if I did anything for this one. I have some jokes here. You guys want to hear my jokes? Oh, oh yeah, I already did that. All right, you guys want to hear one of my jokes? For those who don't know, I've been seriously considering doing a few open mics and trying out stand-up comedy. I have a few jokes here. Where's the one that I'm thinking of? Okay. Anytime I see one of those baby on board stickers on the back of a car, I think, wow, that baby probably shouldn't be driving a car. See, they're really cheesy dad jokes, okay? And I know that they're not great, but it's just the beginning, okay? Every time I masturbate to porn on my phone, I put it in rice, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I like that one. Oh, shit. I like that one. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think of how I can word this one, like, because I have a few premises. You know what I'm saying? It's like just like a big pause, just like looking. You know, what if Hitler had a normal mustache? Like, would we all be walking around with like little Charlie Chaplin ones? No, see, bad joke, bad joke, bad joke. I think just that premise. What if Hitler had a normal mustache? You know, there's something there. All right, here's a good one. This is one that I like, kind of like, not a lot, but I don't like it a lot. It's just a good premise and something I could start with. Is that I've been noticing I have a lot in common with my daughters lately. You know, they're 12, I'm 30. My daughter, I already fucked it up. I can't even do the fucking joke alone in my room. Who thinks? Why do I think I'm gonna be able to do it in front of people? I gotta get this on my face. I've been noticing that me and my daughters have a lot in common lately. You know, they like Demi Lovato, you know, a lot, as do I. You know, they like her because she's super talented. They love her music. They love how she sings. And, you know, I like Demi Lovato because of all the drug abuse. It's pretty good. A little something there, right? And then you just keep going. You know, I like her for all the drug abuse. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't abuse drugs, you know, like I used to. You know, I mean, okay, you know, I'll tell you a story. Okay. I drove on mushrooms one time, right? But, you know, it wasn't like I was driving. It was more like I was floating. Wait, where's the punchline? Oh, okay. Here's I fucked it up. Okay. See, this is good. This is good practice. Just doing it alone, man. Good. The whole thing is like, so after the drug abuse, so I don't abuse drugs like I used to. You know, it's just like, I don't abuse drugs like I used to. Oh my God, I'm choking in front of myself. Boo! Fuck you! Get off the stage. Okay, I don't abuse drugs like I used to, you know? I mean, yeah, one time I was in the car, well, the person driving was on shrooms, you know? I mean, I wasn't driving. It was more like floating. Let's see? Okay, there's something, that's the joke. It's like, I wasn't driving. I mean, it was more like floating. So I was like, there's something there. You got to work on it. You got to chip away at it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. That's pretty good, though. That's funny. That's good. All right. There's a couple good ones there. I have, if you don't want your mom to have a good sex life, you're a bad son. It's true. I mean, what do you want your mom to not have a good sex life? Fucking assholes. I love my mom. I hope she's getting railed right now. Oh, shit. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. I'm going to end it with that, guys. I love you all so fucking much. If you made it to the end here, please comment on the video and say lollipop or just... Oh my God. First person to say lollipop in the comments, I will respond to you, I guess. I'd love the comment, whatever. I'll answer whatever question you ask, no matter what question it is, and I'll answer it honestly. But you have to say lollipop before you ask. You have to type lollipop before you ask the question. Oh God. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to end? Okay. All right. I love you guys. You guys have a great weekend. I'm uploading this on a Friday, so it's probably not going to do too well. But for those of you guys who are watching it, man, I love y'all. Love you guys so much, especially if you're watching to the end, man. You guys are fucking legitimate, and I really appreciate you. It looks like we got a little second wind here on the channel, so I'm really having fun. It seems like you guys are enjoying, so let's fucking get it. Let's grind. Let's fucking grind. You grind on me, I'll grind on you. We'll grind together. We'll fucking bump and grind. We'll fucking grind some rails. You know, we'll grind some gaps. All right. Love you guys. Have a good one. Tap the join button to become a member if you're interested. You get cool emotes. You help support the channel. It's only $1.99 a month, and it makes you VIP and stuff like that. What else? Like the video, subscribe. Check out the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. It says subscribe on there. Love you guys. We should have merch back within the next week. It was gone because my channel had a strike on it. But Audible484.com, as well as the merch underneath the video, should be back within a week. Love you guys. Love, love, love.